Hello and welcome to Auspol Explained. As always, I'm David, your long curly haired host. You should know this by now. I explain how Australian politics works. So, hey, you, do you want to know how your Member of Parliament voted? Of course you do. How else will you judge them at an election? It's like their main job, to vote on the laws that affect us. So let's find out how they voted and on what laws. So here are 3 ways that you can look into the voting records of your elected members of parliament. They vote for you, the record of divisions, and the Hansard record. Option 1, they vote for you. You can find it at theyvoteforyou.org.au. I'm starting with this one because it's the one laid out in the simplest way to understand. The other 2 options are more detailed and direct, but let's start with this, okay? For the sake of simplicity, because I know you're very busy. Theyvoteforyou.org.au summarizes voting information into an easy to understand way. It's made by the Open Australia Foundation, a non-profit aimed at improving government transparency. You simply put in the name of a member or senator that you want to know about. The website then categorizes MPs' voting records into different topics like housing affordability, welfare payments, student fees, investment in renewable energy, etc., etc. It also then ranks their support into things like voted consistently for, voted generally for, voted almost always against, voted a mixture for and against, etc. You can then also click on those categories and it'll bring up more details. So if you find a topic that is of interest to you, click on it and you can see what bills the website thinks are relevant to that category, what those bills were called, the details of them, when they were introduced, and how others voted. It also then links to the Parliament House website if you want further details. They Vote For You has a compare voting record feature, so you can use it to see how individuals or political parties differ. It's simple to use, it's a useful tool if you're looking for an overview, but if you're looking for a specific bill, it's not going to be particularly intuitive to find that, so you should go directly to the source. Option 2, the record of divisions on the Australian Parliament House website. A division is one of the ways that they vote in Parliament. It's very literal. The chamber is divided into 2 halves, with those in favour moving to the right and those against moving to the left. The other way to vote is by voice, where members say aye and no. It's quicker and often for more procedural things, but only the outcome is recorded and not how individual members voted. So that's why you should look up divisions. You can find a record of divisions for the House of Representatives at aph.gov.au/divisions. Really easy to find that, Earl. For some reason, finding divisions in the Senate is less intuitive, and it has a longer link that I can't just say out loud like an old person, so I've included that in the description. Now, this is the place where They Vote For You gets its information from, as this is the official record of votes. While They Vote For You sorts those votes into categories for ease of searching, not everything easily fits into a category or is included. You can use the divisions page to search generally for bills and amendments. You can also find a list of members of the House of Representatives on the website. Click on one that you want to know more about and, well, on their page it'll show you a record of divisions to learn specifically how they voted. You can also use the divisions feature to search for a specific bill or amendment and get a breakdown of who introduced it, how many members voted, if it passed or not, etc., etc. You can also find the full text of a bill as well as an explanatory memorandum, which is a memorandum that explains basically a summary of what the bill is meant to do, which is way easier than reading hundreds of pages of legal documents. That way you can understand it in more detail. If you're unsure of the name of a bill or amendment, then it's a bit harder to search for specific information, but still, it is the official source of information, so I still recommend going there. Keep in mind, not every member votes in every single division, so if you can't find how they voted on something specific, well, perhaps they were absent. However, they may have spoken about the bill during the debate stages, which brings us to option 3. Read the Hansard. The Hansard record is the written record of all the speeches, questions, debates, etc. in Parliament. This is where you'll learn more than just how a member voted, but also why. Sure, members may vote against bills, but that may be because they disagreed with the purpose of the bill, or because they thought the bill just wasn't good enough. Are they against taking any kind of action on the issue, or do they just have an entirely different idea of what should be done to solve the problem? Just saying that they voted for or against something isn't inherently a value judgment. It's up to you to decide if that was the right choice. So, you can look up the Hansard record for the Federal Parliament at aph.gov.au, your new favourite resource about everything to do with Parliament, under their Parliamentary Business tab. There's also a Hansard record for each state and territory parliament, which is important because that's where you'll find the voting records of your state or territory members. As far as I'm aware, there isn't a website that gives a handy summary of state or territory parliamentary voting records like theyvoteforyou.org.au. If there is, please let me know about it in the comments. I would be really interested in knowing about it. The Hansard record isn't just talking, it also includes a record of division votes. So go to the website of the relevant state or territory parliament, find the Hansard record, and do a search for whatever you want to know about. You might need to do an advanced search and filter it by proceedings to show you only division records. I can't give you a step-by-step instruction for every single parliamentary website, and it's not as efficient as it is with the federal website, but that is the way to do it, and I hope you figure it out. Additional, option number 4, consider contacting members. While those 3 resources can be really useful, it might be a bit difficult to navigate to find something specific, especially if you're unsure what you're looking for. So just feel free to send an email to a member asking short and simple, hey, how did you vote on insert topic here? And find out what they say. And also feel free to contact candidates before an election to ask them questions about how they might vote on something in the future, if that is of relevant interest to you as well. So there you have it. Those are some ways that you can find out the voting records of members of parliament and find out more information so you can judge accordingly. Did they make the right decision, or are you not particularly happy about how they represented you? It's up to you to decide, but hey, there's some information to help you make an informed decision. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment down below what you would like to learn about, or what has your local member voted on, and do you agree with how they voted? Let me know. And of course, thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to support free education for everyone, there's a link in the description as well, underneath all the links to the resources mentioned in this episode already. That's it from me. I'll see you at the polls.